Week 5 kicks off with a bang. As for the weekend slate of action, Tallahassee's won 20 straight in a row, and they've been undefeated at home in the past 2 regular seasons. Houston is chasing Tallahassee at the top of the Southern Conference. Will they be able to knock the Pride off their lofty perch? Find out in just a couple of minutes. And you are looking live at the Lions Den in Tallahassee, Florida. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colin Northrup along with Rick Northrup.
Good evening.
And Jeff Malinishin on stats. Tallahassee Pride, undefeated. Again to start the season like they were last year. But this time, can they finish the job and win the championship? They're certainly looking like championship contenders. It's the pivotal battle in the Southern Conference. Jay Eniola is the SFL's leading rusher. Will 2 scoops Eddie Gage and the rest of the defense stop him? Let's find out at the toss of the coin. Yassine Clifton calling the toss for Houston. The Hyenas elect to receive the ball, so we'll get a look at what they call the buffet line down here in Tallahassee first. Richard Douglas has the ball teed up. Let's get this Saturday night party started. Kick it. We're underway. It's going to be fielded by the Hyenas across to the 32. So we'll get a look at Kentez Johnson, the rookie quarterback for Houston, the 17th overall pick. Johnson is the quarterback, Warren Murray is the tailback, the wide receivers are Badir Ajalani and DR Sim, and the tight end is Yassine Clifton. We'll get to the rest of the Tallahassee defense after this play as Johnson goes deep and it's intercepted by the Pride, and going back the other way is Alex Bond for a pick 6.
Boom! Oh my gosh, didn't even get an opportunity to make a comment about what a steep hill Houston has to climb, and they just made it a little steeper.
Alex Bond just going all stealthy here in the middle of the field. As was intended for Ajalani.
That ball shouldn't have been thrown anyway, just based on the primary coverage, and here he comes. Cuts right in front of the ball and says, I got it. I got it.
So the first offensive play of the game results in a score for the defensive team. Not every day you see stuff like that. Absolutely insane as Alex Bond ferries that for the team's 3rd defensive return touchdown of the year. Richard Douglas boots it through, and with just seconds elapsed here to open the ball game, Tallahassee's already in front 7-0.
Well, Bond picks up where he left off last week, where he had a pick, 6 tackles, by the way, and a tackle for loss. So just like that, his stat line is already good.
Dwayne Schindler said that was, in fact, 13-second runoff. That might have been the fastest score we've ever seen. As Josh Fed returns to the 32.
Yeah, outside of a return on the opening kick. Holy smoke.
Let's get to the rest of that Tallahassee defense.
Let's do that.
Alex Bond already introduced himself to you. He's the strong safety, number 29.
Alex Bond.
The free safety is number 22, Tanner Hendricks. And the corners are number 24, Matthew Sprouse, and number 25, Michael Sprouse. We'll get to the line in a minute as they hand off to Murray, and he picks up 2 yards on the play.
Notice not a pass play.
The defensive ends for the Pride are number 91, Taekwon Hale, and number 95, Kevin Bain. And the defensive tackles are number 74, Hunter Norwood, and number 96, first-round draft pick, E.J. DQ.
And he's already got 2 sacks and 3 tackles for loss on the season.
And Murray gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage by a gaggle of folks. It looked like Bain was in the neighborhood, along with the linebacker who gets paid in peanuts, Jamal Carroll, number 58. Johnson changing the play here on 3rd and long as Johnson turns, throws to the sideline. Had Ajalani got the first down up to the 40, so his second pass is completed to the right team for a good catch and run. In fact, yes, I can confirm via our stats guy, Jeff Malinishin, that Ajalani was the target on that pick 6 earlier.
Good to see one Mr. Andrew Hamilton wrench diagram thing, whatever that is.
As Johnson goes over the middle and he finds Yassine Clifton for the first down to the 35 of the Pride. You know, Clifton's a very inviting target at 6'7".
You're talking over my shout-out to Andy Hamilton, who is making an early bid for chatter of the game with his gratuitous flattery.
As medium drop back from Johnson, throws,
Ooh.
and it's complete in a tight window. And there's the first doctor visit of the day, D.R. Sim, the Hall of Famer.
Allow me to give you one of my examination specials.
2nd and 3, a pickup of 7 on first down. So Johnson settled down relatively well in spite of the interception. 3 wide receivers, single back is Murray for Johnson. And here is the counter play. Left side, and he's going to get stopped in the backfield. Carroll in on the 8 along with one other man, setting up this 3rd and 4 situation. As we already have a battle brewing for who will be the chatter of the game between Andy Hamilton and Ocho 11.
It's Andrew Hamilton wrench.
As the pass goes out to Sim, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Nice. I see what you did there. I see.
Going to the veteran wide receiver, the player, owner, coach. As Frank Gooden throws an early challenge flag. That one might have looked a little sketchy to the Pride coach.
Gooden. You know, I didn't even get a chance to really riff on Kentez Johnson. And kid's got a ton of talent. And you can see that with his coming into the game with 9 TDs. And but also 8 picks. Now he's up to 9 picks in the season.
And Frank Gooden loses the challenge. The doctor got 2 feet in bounds. R62 at it again. Welcome in.
Got 3 feet down, yeah.
Welcome in, Denver Nightwings and Eric Dahlquist. As people are realizing that R62 once again is the center of controversy. Here's to get to Warren Murray, and Murray breaks up a tackle, and he gets tackled by Michael Sprouse.
Yeah, you know, that's just a lot of lower leg strength there as he's able to keep those feet churning and shed a tackler and more. Just keeps on motoring.
Sprouse making a saving tackle there. What can you tell us about one of the Sprouse brothers?
Well, they're an interesting pair. We've got a 6-footer in Michael and a 6'4" Matthew. They're both about the same weight, though, so Matthew's a little more spindly.
As Alex Bond makes the hit on Warren Murray.
They're very equal in terms of total tackles. I think Michael had 21 coming into the game. Matthew had 18, right? So, and obviously growing up together, they communicate, and they got that sort of special family thing going on in the backfield, which I think helps.
Murray gets the 3rd down carry, and he'll only pick up 2 yards. Kevin Bain there to bring him down, and Murray, the average is not very good, at least here in the early going, and David Griffin will be on to kick a field goal. No, the offense will stay on the field for a moment.
Hello, the Clue magazine called. They said take your points.
This might just be a
is
giant game.
We just have
waiting.
too many timeouts, so we're going to burn one here. Pretty much. Oh, shoot me now. Somebody write that out of the AI, would you?
And Simien won't be happy with his rookie quarterback trying that. They might need that timeout later.
Yeah. I'm sure he didn't do that on his own, though. No, Damon to be a reasonable man, but stop that.
David Griffin to try from the 14. It'll be about a 24-yard field goal.
No, it's going to be a 30-yarder because he's going to be on the 20.
Snap, spot, and the kick is right down Main Street. So it's 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Houston gets on the board via a field goal.
You're watching the SFL Simulation Football League on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Now, a word from the SFL.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help
Kickoff
make our
is away.
production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
Pride will start from their own 27. So we'll get our first look at the Season 10 MVP, number 13, Christian Christiansen. And these two studly wide receivers, Duke Wilson and Ken Gossett. Warren Wilson and later on, but Jaye Eniola is the running back. As Christiansen will give to Eniola, and he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
That's a solid wall right there that the Hyenas put up. So in the unusual situation of just seeing our first look at Tallahassee Pride's offense, and they lead 7-3 with only 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
2nd and 10. Christensen, medium drop back. Fires over the middle. It's in the air, and it's going to be intercepted. Tyleek Jones got it out of the air.
And the Houston fans just moved to the edge of their couch.
Tyleek Jones got it off the tip from 2 scoops.
Wow. Heads up play. How many tip drill plays, Colin, have we seen in the games we've called so far this year? And we even missed a week.
That's right. We did miss a week.
Seems like there's 5 or 6 every game.
Here's Johnson back to throw. Under pressure, lets it go.
And, nearly tipped it to himself.
Matthew Sprouse almost had an interception. It was Matthew that time.
Matthew Sprouse. All 6'4" of him right there. Able to get his big mitts in the flight path.
Not shaky rating for Johnson. He's at 44 yards in that pick. Jeff Malinishin on stats tonight here in the Saturday night match. As Murray gets the 2nd down carry, and he will move forward for a pickup of 2 yards, setting up a 3rd and 8.
Speaking of Saturday, we want to welcome the Bay City Rollers in to the studio here at halftime. Nobody knows about the Bay City Rollers, do they?
5 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom, 2 to the top for Johnson. Johnson takes a snap and down he goes. Ooh. He got sacked out of field goal range by that man, number 91, Taekwon Hale.
That sends the fans back in their sitting back in their couch a little bit.
And the Hyenas, following the brilliant tip drill interception.
Got nothing.
Yep.
Judge Smales called. He got nothing and liked it.
Hyenas punt. They're looking to pin him deep. Let's see if the Gunners don't screw this up. Oh, the punter did it on his own. Brian Adams.
He had the right idea. He punts the old parabola, but it just has a little too much forward momentum.
Andy Hamilton says, are they being Bay City Rollers, related to Coldplay or Nickelback? I'll go no.
I'll say no.
Christiansen drops back, has a good pocket, fires it out to Ken Gossett, and Gossett, with his first catch of the day, will get it out to the 32. Look at that nice pass, and that's how you run a deep out route. That was a 12-yard gain on first down. Good to improve Christensen's confidence here in the early going. Gossett is the career leader for all receiving categories for the Pride. He's lined up and it trips to the bottom. Wilson is isolated at the top. Christensen throws in that direction, and he picks up 6 yards to Wilson, his first catch. Interesting side note here with Duke Wilson. I had a chance to talk to Frank Gooden pregame. He said more than likely this will be Duke Wilson's final SFL game, so the home fans have an opportunity to give him a nice send-off before a transaction is made. Here's the give to Aniola up the middle, breaks the tackle, and Jay Aniola picks up a first down to 44.
That's a huge scoop, Colin. Good work there.
Best run of the day for Aniola here in the early going. 7-yard pickup on his second carry. He's lined off to the left-hand side. Both Gostin and Wilson are to the bottom. Christensen adds a little bit of pressure. Throws! And he almost threw it right to 2 scoops.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, Aniola last week had carried the rock 29 times. And put 316, 3 large in terms of yardage, and 4 TDs. Big chunk of the 316 came on an 84-yard skimper.
Split backs for Tallahassee. Here's the give to Jaye Aniola, and Aniola has good room. Finds 4 yards. Tackle made by B.J. Lovelace, Houston's second-round pick at outside linebacker. You know, I was there on draft night, and Lovelace was the pretty much consensus greatest value pick. He had first-round talent and ability, and he was picked in the second round. As Christensen on 3rd and 6 will throw it up to Gossett, and Gossett stretches across for the first down.
Give it to him.
Carrying Ryan Michaels and Blake Chance with them.
Oh, Michaels and Chance desperately trying to drag him back. But his forward progress moves the chains, Colin. That was nice. By the way, you saw Christensen look off the coverage to the right and goes back and immediately fires left.
Christiansen going deep to Wilson, and Wilson has a big catch to the 24. Christiansen, with that throw, passes Johnson here in the early going. Eddie Gage, and along with Blake Chance, helping to stop Duke, the reigning offensive rookie of the year from a year ago.
Dookie. Hey, Dookie.
Tallahassee wearing all purple. Houston wearing red and white as the throw goes out to Eniola, and he stiff arms Ryan Michaels into the next county.
Michaels gets the worst of that, that's for sure. That was kind of a nothing burger in terms of a gain. But the offensive violence there was sweet.
Christiansen has both receivers to the top. Costin is in the slot. Eniola gets the carry, and Jay Eniola has a good hole, and he will pick up a first down.
That is well blocked, and Eniola takes advantage of it. He just does the quick sprint out there.
Chance and one of the role players, Smith, in there to make the hit. I tell you, that guy is built solid. At 5'8", he weighs 232 pounds. Christiansen under center will get to Eniola again. Eniola going to the right side, and this time the first man brings him down. It is Eddie Gage.
That's what makes Eniola so difficult to defend. He's that play calls for him to basically run, and was at the 2-hole between the guard and center on the right side, and nothing's there. And he just kind of slides around to his right till he finds some room.
Three wide receivers. Swain in the slot. As Christiansen goes to the sidelines, it is complete to Gossett at the 8-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 3.
Painfully slow forward progress here in the red zone. Tallahassee knows what they're doing, I believe.
Eniola 6 carries, 27 yards here in the early going. That's the end of the first quarter here from Florida, as the Pride are in front of the Hyenas 7-3.
There you go, Andy.
As we're back on the field of play, 3 wide receivers, here's to get to Eniola, breaks the tackle and carrying men past the first down marker. That was loveless.
First down. First down. That's right. Y'all thought the Bay City Rollers were just a dream.
Split backs, both receivers to stop the tight end. Stackhouse, number 82, also in the formation. Here's to get to Eniola. Falling Stackhouse is blocked, but it can only get to the 2, and here comes the hurry up. As here's to get to Eniola again, and he drags B.J. Loveless into the end zone.
He gets spun around, and it doesn't matter. He goes in full reverse and pulls himself backwards into the end zone. Love it.
Somebody's blowing the diesel horn here as Eniola's putting in the work. Get out of the way. This bulldozer's coming to run you over. Although, to be fair, Ryan Michaels said BJ kind of pushed him in. High snap, and it's down good, and the extra point is good. So with 10:18 to go, Pride extend their lead out to 14-3.
via an offensive and defensive touchdown, eh?
Yeah.
Hello, Canada.
It's 83 degrees. Wind out of the west at 6 miles an hour. Perfectly crisp evening for football.
Crisp for Florida.
Yeah, crisp for Florida. I forgot about that.
Oh,
that gets knocked down at the 25. My goodness.
There's some pushing and some shoving going on there, Colin. He got fed up.
Is that why he had an extra D in his name? Johnson will swagger up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver each side, split backs. Murray is the back. And here's the give to Murray, and Murray will pick up 3 yards on first down.
Not a bad idea. A quick hitter right at the line. I think that gives you a couple options here on second down, just in terms of the game theory around what kind of defense you call.
Three wide receivers, Clifton in the formation to the bottom of your picture as Johnson goes deep. Oh, and it's caught by Ajelani to the 47. He's making a big play.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So instead, I'll say it was a manly throw. Gutsy throw, because he's got to drop it right in there. 4 purple people eaters around there. That's a space and timing well done by the Rook.
Nickel defense showing for Tallahassee as Johnson goes down for a loss of 6. Kevin Bain on the hit.
And welcome to a talented rookie season at QB experience.
Hunter Norwood also combining with Bain on the hit. You know, they call this the buffet line down in Tallahassee. It's easy to see why after a play like that. Everybody
gets to eat something.
As the throw goes out to Murray, and Murray with a nice spin move to the inside, gained almost all the sack yardage back, setting up a 3rd and 11 from the 46.
Who was that for Houston that left their uniform on the sideline on that spin move? We're not going to see it here. Did you see that? Even the Houston bench has some mad respect for that.
5 receivers. Back to throw is Johnson going deep. Oh, knocked away. That's Matthew Sprouse again. Pass intended for Badir Ajelani. Interesting side note about Badir.
Yes.
He is the cousin of the tight end Yassine Clifton, and his brother, Mahmoud, plays for Atlanta. So
that's right. It's a family affair. And we're going to get a punt here out of the Hyenas. As 4th and 11 dictates such a move.
The punt is away. Trevor Swing gets wrapped up at the 21.
Hey, why not when you can cover it that well, huh, Colin?
Actually, corrections, Tim. You have 2 catches for 11 yards on 3 targets. Not just 1 catch on 1 target. Mr. Samuel Christiansen with a quick drop back will fire this out to the sideline, and Dookie catches it for a 5-yard gain.
Man, that's the second time we've seen that, where he looks to one side of the field exclusively, pivots, and immediately fires the rock. He's got a relief valve short. He's got guys deep in the pattern. He finds the intermediate dude. Got a lot of respect for that.
2 guys we haven't heard from the Houston defense so far. Chad Tackle and Rodney Panini as the pass is over the middle, complete to Trevor Swain, the punt returner, slot receiver, for the first down.
Yeah, that was almost too easy as Hyenas back out of the defense on the coverage. Unfortunately, back behind the line to gain. Christensen finds him.
It's Christensen under center. Eniola gets the handoff, gets some good blocking.
Oh!
There goes Jay Eniola. Only 2 scoops can beat him, and he brings him down at the 42.
Wow. Wow, it looked like Houston had that defended well, but everybody for Tallahassee put a hat on a hat, and a talent like Eniola.
Good block out there by number 78, Fred Nielsen. The guard pulling.
Mm-hmm. How many times have, Colin, already this season we've seen teams try to run that exact same play and can't make anything of it?
Welcome in the trash car to the chat. Tristan Carr, London tight end, as Eniola gets a second straight carry, and this time he gets wrapped up by both Loveless and number 99, Elvis Cooper.
Elvis.
See, Elvis is alive. He's playing football for Houston. Don't know why people are still looking in Kalamazoo for Elvis.
Boy, I'm hungry for a Whopper.
Seriously, get to Eniola again. Third straight carry. This time he'll pick up a guard.
A little known fact, they actually tore down that Burger King in Kalamazoo where Elvis had been spotted. Other little known fact, that Burger King was in between the fraternity house and the business school in Kalamazoo. I stopped there all the time.
Empty shotgun for Christensen. Will set to throw, going deep.
Oh! It was a pick.
Oh!
Come on.
It was a gift for Michaels, but he forgot to squeeze the ball with his hands as Foxwell had his fingers on it as well. Chad Foxwell, number 31.
Small matter of actually catching that pick.
Yeah, they're asking Tristan how his ACL tear was from the game Friday night versus Alaska, and he says he's feeling better. He can play next week. The punt is away from McCoy, and McCoy. Whoa! He got it to stop at like the 1 or the 2, but the gunner screwed it up.
Well, you couldn't afford to let it drop because you wouldn't know if it would roll, which way it might bounce. So you got to grab it, but just couldn't stop himself.
Here's a look at Johnson. Split back, Allen the fullback, along with Murray, and the gun with Johnson. And Kentez has to run around, throws on the run, and he's picked up again. Looking for Sim, his security blanket, and Michael Sprouse says, "Oh, look, a ball!"
I love it.
He leaped high in the air with the greatest of ease.
Wow.
There's a look at Eniola. 11 carries, 56 yards. Goffson in the slot. Wilson down at the very bottom of the formation. Offset eye to the right-hand side. Christensen drops. Looks to throw. Throws it out to Adam Stackhouse, number 82, the tight end.
Well, the Hyenas weren't in too bad of shape. But suddenly, with that giveaway, the Pride has a chance to, as they would say, press the advantage.
And here's to get to Eniola. Eniola's got a first down. He's to the 20, to the 10, and he's down to the 4. Almost outran old man Gage
Well,
to the end zone.
you know, it worked on the previous series pretty dang well. Let's run that sucker again. And he's got The same guy. Is that the same guy?
We got a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Tallahassee looking to take advantage of a second interception. We'll give it off. Daniola, and he gets stopped at the 2 in a big way. Eddie Gage says, sit down.
Gage says, I'm going to have to just start tackling this guy every play. Well, he knows, like everybody else does, they really can't afford to have Tallahassee put 7 up here.
1 receiver either side, 2 tight ends for the Pride, and here's a good Daniola, and he walks into the end zone, shrugging off defenders as he goes. Touchdown.
Holy smoke.
Tallahassee. Jet tackle got penetration, but
they just can't seem to get a hand on him there. I mean they do, but they can't stop his momentum. And you know, if your defensive scheme suddenly develops into just one guy trying to hang on for the ride against Eniola, it ain't gonna happen.
Extra point by Richard Douglas is through the sticks. So with 4:05 to go in the first half of play, Tallahassee leads Houston 21-3. Now a message from the SFL.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
Well, obviously, Houston needs to put something together here, and they've shown they can move the ball. They just need to stick this one in the end zone. Try and narrow it to a 2-possession game before halftime.
As Johnson avoids 1 sack but can't avoid them all. EJ to Q, I think was it? No, that was Hale, number 91. The 1 and the 6 look very similar in the spot.
Quan Hale, yeah. Yep, he says, well, I got possession of the quarterback in the backfield. Wow. He runs over his own guy as he's coming off the offensive lineman. To get to Kentez Johnson.
4 wide receivers, 2nd and 16 from their own 22 following the sack.
And they have a slot guy here.
Here's a get to Murray. Murray spinning through the hole, and we'll make it 3rd and 11. He's only up to 20 yards at this point.
So Johnson,
Anioli is up to 88.
Sorry about that, Colin. Johnson will learn that with experience and some more film study. That slot guy had a big cushion, and there was no help on that side for him. He could have audibled into something.
As the pressure gets to him again, and down he goes.
Down goes Frazier.
Somebody stop the match. That's the big guy, EJ to Q.
Well, if you're the Hyenas, you got to maybe start worrying about the hits Kentez Johnson's taking.
As the punt is away, fielded by Trevor Swain, and Swain gets knocked down at his 49. And this is really an opportunity if you're Tallahassee to put your foot on Houston's throat. And
yeah, right before halftime, and the Pride are licking their chops. Here, their defense has done a fabulous job handing them the ball. Of course, only recently has the Tallahassee offense outscored its defense.
As the carry goes to Eniola, and he picks up 1.
They do. A lot of help, weak side help there. NBA for the Hyenas, as they were brutally reminded you can't tackle Eniola just in passing with one dude.
2-minute warning here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Just a reminder of some of the cool sponsors of the Simulation Football League. Media Tech Institute. Do what you love and love what you do. Cam and Steven had an opportunity to call last season's championship game live from there. That's a cool place.
Absolutely.
Kids everything about television and film. Two receivers at the top. Christiansen, medium drop back, will throw to the sideline, and he has Ken Gossett. No, out of bounds was Gossett. He ran it too far.
Here's an interesting story. If anybody's ever seen the movie Hoffa, where Hoffa's giving the speech in Cobo Hall, and at one point he kind of looks off to his right and he winks and points. A buddy of mine was running the camera, and who was the actor who played Hoffa? Brain cramp.
You'll remember it.
I will.
3rd and 9, empty backfield. Christiansen, 5 wide receivers. Will go to the 3 top side, and Ryan Michaels can't hold on to the ball again. Pass intended for Gossett.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Jack Nicholson. So Jack Nicholson looks over, winks, and points at a guy, right? Or winks off to his right. He's my buddy. He's running the camera over there. Starts giving Nicholson the finger in the middle of the speech that he's making. And so that's Nicholson giving him a little wink and a nod. Run it today. 52% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Clock stopped with 1:53, and Tallahassee will punt it back. And the Hyenas will get it at their own 14. And
the Hyenas dodge a bullet there.
Now they just need to get some points.
They got 1:45. Good chance, obviously, to run their hurry-up offense. See what can happen.
And the fact that Houston elected to receive the start of this game will puts more added pressure on them. Play action fake. Throw out to the wide receiver, Allen, and it's dropped, the fullback.
Colin, how did you maintain your calm, color guy demeanor as that dude drops an easy loaf of bread over the middle with a couple of blockers in front of him?
As Andy Hamilton goes, Colin, take away your drink he's had. He doesn't know what you're talking about. As the 2nd down and 10, throw goes out to Murray, and Murray spins and gets knocked down at the 22, setting up a 3rd and 3. Pick up a 7.
You can hang out to it there. Yeah, Andy, my water might just be a little too cold for me. I got a brain freeze going.
3rd and 3. Johnson. The throw. Down the middle. Oh, almost. No, it's caught. What? It was caught on the deflection by the doctor. The doctor saves the day.
Oh, there's one for the highlight package, Commish.
As Johnson will throw it out to Allen, and Allen will get stopped after one. And here goes the hurry up.
Just under 50 seconds and 2 timeouts, Colin.
Here's 2nd and 9. Johnson, sidearm Murray.
Nothing.
And they call a timeout with 40 seconds left before this 3rd down and 7.
Oh, that was an amazing catch going back to that earlier play.
Yep, that play's going on the blitz for sure. I'm personally going to see to it that Cam puts it on there.
You're personally going to see to it.
3rd and 7 from the Hyena 44-yard line. 4 receivers out, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Johnson changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw he goes. Pressure coming. Oh, but he let his man too short. That was Josh Fett on the catch.
You get too excited, see a guy open, forget to look where the sticks are. Can't throw to that guy. Not unless you throw him open and he's got some yak. Room to yak.
Manley was there covering. Punt is away from Adams. Adams will
good coverage.
pin the Pride back at their own 17 thanks to that punt coverage.
Well, 28 seconds left, but you're going to get the ball back to start the second half. But crazy things happen here in the SFL.
And nutty things. Like that sim tip drill catch we just saw. Christensen, quick drop, throws to the sidelines, has a man for a first down. And it looks like that's Wilson, and Tallahassee will just let the rest of the clock run.
Can we just say that was a dangerous pass, as there was a little bit of a viper coming in to try and pick that off. Would have been an easy pick six.
And they get one more play off. Christensen throws, and it's incomplete. Smith out there in coverage.
And that's triple zeros.
We've reached halftime. The score is the Pride 21, Houston 3 on Saturday Night Football.
Copyright law there. Or me a fine from the commission.
Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Now let's hear a word from the SFL title sponsor.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Ziniola had a big carry. In the early going, Johnson had a couple of interceptions, but look at that tip pass. I'm getting messages from SFL headquarters. I can't wait till Rick gets back here. I'll be ready to read him the riot act. Here is the kickoff. Houston set to kick off to Tallahassee. Kick is away to Swain. I just got a memo from the home office. They're saying cut out the music from the phone. And Andy directed it at me. He thought I was doing it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take the fall.
Well, you were actually doing it.
Okay, I actually was. Here we go.
As the give goes off, Daniola breaks a tackle, and he picks up 3 yards to start this half. He's averaging 5.8 yards a carry. Really good average.
Well, we do want to welcome everybody into the second half here on SATURDAY Night Football.
92 yards for Eniola.
You're watching the SFL, presented by APM Music on YouTube.
2nd and 7 for Christiansen. He split backs. Here's another carry for Eniola. It's 16.
Oh!
And there goes Jay Eniola. Makes Blake Chance miss, and there goes Jaye Eniola. He outran everybody to the end zone. Touchdown.
Eddie Gage couldn't save the touchdown that time. Unbelievable. You're seeing a great display of talent as Eniola's having one of his best nights, and it's just early in the third.
Absolutely ridiculous. Great blocks downfield by the guys. Blake Chance, he whiffed it air. Speaking of things that are Michigan related, Grosse Pointe Woods won the Great Lakes Regional for the Little League World Series, beating New Albany, Indiana, to advance to Williamsport.
No way.
And the extra point is good. So with less than a minute gone by in the quarter, Tallahassee in front of Easton 28-3, and that's a 14-point swing. It's welcoming Ronnie Nickens. He says, "Mama, there goes that man again." Indeed, Ronnie, indeed. A return by Josh Fed. He must feel like it's Groundhog Day. He's returned so many of these.
Grosse Pointe. I don't get that one. Someone explain it to me.
As the Hyenas come out, split backs, 3 wide, and Warren Murray going backwards. That line is eating. They're holding Murray to 18 yards. Eniola, but that last one is up to 163. That was a 72-yard touchdown run from Jaye Eniola. These are the kind of things that we broadcasters are privy to if there's a statistician with us. Johnson back to throw, has to spin out of the way, but he can't spin out again.
Has to throw and then has to go down.
Hunter Norwood on the sack, number 74.
You were talking about the stats, Colin?
Yes, I was, and we're always looking for more stats, guys. In fact, I saw Andy Hamilton put out a call earlier for guys to be statisticians.
Is the F key going now?
The F key's going now. 3rd and 21. Johnson deep. Oh,
There
it's
we go.
a first down to the Badir Ajalani in front of that twig known as Matthew Sprouse.
He's a darn good twig. No offense meant by that. And right here, a nifty little whoop move.
Oh no, Kentez is
good.
Kentez is being called by some people in the chat Kentez Pepper, not Kentez Johnson.
That's just not right. That's just not right. Kentez doing all he can. And now, maybe why his picks have been so high so far in the season. They might not all be inexperienced. He's been under some duress.
The throw goes out to the doctor, and the doctor picks up 7 yards. Tackle made by Michael Sprouse, who has 4 tackles, solo, and 1 interception.
For those of you planning on taking the SAT, keep duress in your vocabulary. By the way, the surest way to improve your SAT scores? Study the vocab.
Here's the give off to Murray, and Murray is stopped for a 2-yard loss. That front 7, even with no contracted linebackers, is getting massive penetration. Here's a 3rd and 5 from the 50, and it's about full-blown emergency time if you're Houston. They really have to convert this. Johnson spins away. Oh, he spun away from Norwood, but not from Hale.
Some more backwards progress. At this point, you need to do the sprint outs, roll the pocket left, roll the pocket right, kind of a thing. Do anything to give Kentez some more time. And they are still running these straight drop plays, Colin.
Dwayne Schindler says, I will lend you my Welcome Back Cotter VHS tape collection and my stars on 45 8-tracks, Andy.
I think Andy's still working his way through his Love Boat collection, but when he's done with that.
The return. By the Pride, sent them up at their own 24. Aniola gets the carry, and Jay fumbled the ball, and Houston, nobody got the ball. Oh, I think Houston got the ball. Houston got the ball, I'm pretty sure. Woo!
Wow.
Jay, he's had a perfect
hand on there right there.
Blake Chance fumbled the ball. Oh,
caused the fumble, you mean?
Caused the fumble, and the ball squirted, I believe, into the hands of Damian Hutchinson.
It magically teleports into his arms from about 2 yards away.
The zaniest play of the day by far, and I thought the catch by Sim was insane.
I don't know. Maybe I thought the pick 6 right off the first play from scrimmage. And who expects Eniola to drop the rock? Nobody.
Murray gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1.
Jaye Eniola gay and drops the rock. Nobody will get that one either.
Murray now down to 15 yards on 13 carries. He's having a Fitzgerald Toussaint day.
Nice.
2nd and 11. Johnson, 6-step drop, down he goes.
Oh, man.
E.J. DeQ, his 2nd sack, his 3rd overall tackle, and 3rd tackle for a loss. Third and 17. From the Tallahassee 26, Johnson. And as he throws, there you go to Sim, and Sim will get a first down at the 2.
Wow. So close. All right, finish the job, Houston. Nice.
What a catch by the Hall of Famer. Breaking a tackle.
Good recovery by the Pride secondary there to stone him short of the goal line.
First and goal from the 2, 3-man backfield for Houston, here's to get to Warren
There
Murray,
you
and
go.
he's in the end zone easy
That's how you do
for
it.
a 2-yard touchdown.
This is how we do it.
So, don't go away yet, folks. Warren Murray gets this game just slightly closer.
Even with the PAT, it will still be a 3-score game, but there is some life in Yon Hyenas. Cue the music. Sure. No, I'm not going to do that.
They're down by 18.
Yes.
And the Titanic music was requested in the chat.
The Titanic music.
I'm not going to give you play-by-play of the chat. I'm going to give you play-by-play of the game because that's my job.
Play-by-play of the chat. Well, it is up until a minute ago. It was a 28-3 affair. So there have been stretches of this game where the chat, unfortunately, was more exciting. But Tallahassee has a little business to take care of. Let's see if they're up to the challenge.
Let's see if that defense can force a turnover. Christiansen, they've already picked him off once and forced it, and he only fumble on the last drive. And they go right back to Eniola, and Eniola gets stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
He has 162 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, and of course the lost fumble. Thanks to Jeff Malinishin on stats tonight.
Yeah, suddenly feels like a pitcher-batter duel here each play. Has some criticality to it as Houston wins the first.
As the throw from Christensen goes out to Gossett, and that was an absolute masterpiece of a throw.
Tallahassee says, all right, you got us on first down. We're going to make it 3rd and 5. That's makeable.
The man they call Kenny G with a nice catch.
Kenny G.
Contrary to what you may think,
When
Ken
he's-
Gossett does not play the saxophone. As Christensen,
Oh!
got hit as he
Gets-
throws by the man they call Big
Nice.
Freaky Chad tackle.
Yes. Does somebody get their big paw up there?
No, I think he just hit him as he let it go.
I don't know. So, okay, Houston. You showed me something there. As you force the purple punt.
So the punt is away from Howard McCoy, and return. Oh, nice return by Josh Fed. Was able to break a tackle and get out to 42.
Very nice.
If Houston can get a score here. Cam had an interesting stat on the Blitz last week. In the 4 meetings between these two teams, the road teams never won.
Is that right?
As there's a look at Yassine Clifton out wide. There's only 1 catch tonight. It's been a little quiet, and Johnson will swing it out to Murray, and Murray lets the blocker set up with a spin move. There goes Ward. Murray down the field, 20, 10, 5, touchdown on 1 play. Goes Warren Murray. Wow.
Wake up, little Susie. Wake up.
Hey, hey, hey.
Well, Tallahassee.
And Kentez is up to 212 thanks to that last completion.
Son of a gun, Colin.
And he outran the linebackers who were being paid
Big money.
peanuts. Yeah, peanuts compared to the star guys on the field. And people are just going, oh boy. You might want to cinch your seatbelt a little bit tighter if you're sitting down.
I think so.
Extra point by David Griffin. It's up and good.
And we have ourselves an 11.2 score ball game. With 4:25 to go in the third, you're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Andy, I think they're paid D's nuts.
It's the return by Trevor Swain will go out to the 27. So now the deficit is starting to get a little bit tighter.
Somebody noticed Fat Albert in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Did you hear we're coming out on Diver?
Here's
Divida?
19 carries for under 62 yards for Eniola. And Jay gets the carry, and he picks up 5 yards.
Again, the batter-pitcher matchup. First pitch goes to Tallahassee. Well, Denver the Service Dog has joined us here in the booth. Know that cold nose anywhere.
167 yards on over 20 carries for Mr. Eniola, SFL rushing leader. Probably hit 1,000 yards in these next few weeks here as he carries men forward to the 37, setting up a 3rd and 1. Pick up a 4 on the play. Andy Hamilton says, Denver, we love Denver. This is a 3rd and 1. And Eola's the deep back with the throw. The pass goes out of bounds.
Wide open and
looking for Duque, but he couldn't find it.
Just a misfire there. He was, I don't know if the throw was late, probably late, as he ran his pattern completely and was out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Things are starting to get a little bit.
Let's see. Unis are getting a little tight around the collar. Don't know.
Punt his way. Fielded by the Hyenas. Out to the 29. The doc doing color commentary. I don't know how many people would pay to see that.
His commentary is still a little rough.
As the deep drop from Johnson goes down the field, it's complete to Badir Azalani.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's almost like Houston flipped a switch. They're like, we got a lot of great players. We know what the heck we're doing. How about we stop having our quarterback get killed and start making some down the field plays? Let's start.
And Johnson is in the shotgun. He's back to throw. Throws on the run, complete to Murray, and Murray will get stopped at the line of scrimmage. All that dramatics for no gain.
Right, a lot of stuff going on there, and they lost. No gain? They actually got back to the line of scrimmage. Wow.
Clifton is flex out wide. He's been awfully quiet. Just the one catch a while ago for 17 yards. They haven't gone back to him since. It's Johnson will sing it out again to Murray. And Murray this time gains good yardage, setting up a 3rd and 2.
There we go, yeah. All right. Gutsy to basically call the same play. Now, even Denver likes that.
We have 3rd and 2 from the 36. We have just under 2 minutes to go here in the third. This crowd takes up a chain of defense, trying to will their beleaguered unit. Get the buffet line, come up with one big stop. Here's Johnson, pass it out to Murray, and Murray got the first down and more. Oh, if he had a block, he could have gone farther. Warren Murray, 7 catches, 87 yards. Duke Wilson, 4 catches for 43 yards. Tanner Hendricks on the stop. You know, Hendricks along with Michael Sprouse have a defensive return touchdown, as does Houston's Ryan Michaels. He had one last week against Tulsa, did Michaels. 1st and 10 from the Pride 29-yard line. Warren Murray on the carry, and Murray gets knocked down after pick up 2 yards. Eaton on the tackle for Tallahassee. Here is Johnson under center. Deep drop. Kentez to the sidelines, and he's got Badir out of bounds to the 13 for a first down.
Boy, Johnson was hit as he threw, as Tallahassee shows tight man coverage with everybody up on the line. He still finds an open receiver.
Badir Ajolani up to 91 yards. 4 catches and 6 targets. Thanks to Jeff Malinishin for supplying us with that information. We have a 1st and 10 at the 13. I formation. Allen close. Murray deep. Back. The throw to the end zone, and the Doctors got it for a touchdown. D.R. Sim gets behind everybody in the Hall of Famer.
Nice.
Put 6 more on the board for his team.
A little Hall of Fame shimmy there in the end zone, too.
As he holds the ball aloft, proudly for all to see. Now cutting it down to a 4-point game pending the extra point. And we still have 47 seconds left in this quarter.
Everybody's holding their breath.
Oh, darn. I should have said the doctor makes a house call.
You'll get him next time.
You know, other than that one touchdown to open the third, the Pride offense has been shut down, so to speak. A bunch of 3 and outs and that Jaye Aniola fumble. And here's the kick. Fielded by Swain, cuts it outside, and will get knocked down.
The victim
at
of
the 41.
Some abuse there right at the end as they go high on that tackle.
Huh.
All right, so it's not even the fourth quarter. It's almost the fourth quarter, but the lead in the ball, and not much of a lead anymore. How big is that pick 6 right off the bat, Colin, at this point? Tallahassee definitely needs a time-consuming drive here.
As Aniola gets the carry, and Aniola will get stopped after a pickup of 4. He's now up to 175, averaging a solid 8 yards a clip. Had that 71-yard touchdown run tackle made by B.J. Loveless. Jeremy Vega, owner of the Denver Nightwings, wants to know if he can sign to Denver next season. And,
he's got a nose for the ball.
As Christensen throws, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for Duke Wilson.
Denver is a loyal and true teammate. And if that boy weighs 74 pounds, it's 72 pounds of muscle, I got to tell you.
Okay. There's a look at Wilson.
You okay over there, Colin?
Up at the very top of the screen, Houston's playing cushion. Christiansen going to the post to Gossett, and Ken Gossett, as the third quarter expires, will go to the end zone.
Oh, there it is. Well, let's prioritize things. Time-consuming drive, scoring drive, yes. Scoring's more important than time-consuming. Well done, Tallahassee.
Kenny G running the corner. Beat Ryan Michaels like a drum Blake chance. Well, he had no chance. It was just a beautiful.
Just a miscommunication potentially there in the back end as he runs right by the coverage and says, "Throw me the dang ball."
So, as the third quarter comes to an explosive end, we're going to look at Richard Douglas. Just when you thought Houston might have a chance to possibly take the lead if they get a stop, Tallahassee shows why they've won 20 in a row. But extra point is good. It's 35-24. Pride. We've reached the end of third. Now, a word from the SFL.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
As Josh Fed gets it down to the 27. And Ryan Michaels offering a correction. He was there in zone. I noticed the guys were playing off pretty far, but obviously it wasn't far enough as Gossett just blew past everybody. As Houston will start with a Warren Murray run, and Murray it has 18 yards rushing, but he's made a more impact in the passing game. He's close to 90 yards receiving and that long touchdown. Second and 10 from their own 27. Johnson goes down. Sack made by the rookie, E.J. TQ.
That's Tallahassee expressing themselves, right, Colin?
Third and 18. Johnson. Deep drop back. Pressure coming, and down he goes. Tyquan Hale got him.
Oh, no.
Outran Smith.
Got a sandwich going over there.
I'm just nervous.
Stop that. As they've got a punt from their end zone, and already in good field position are your Tallahassee Pride.
They get the ball at the Hyena 38, Christian Christiansen. So far this evening, it's 12 of 21 for 157 yards, touchdown, and completing 57% of his passes, better than his average on the season.
That's pretty pedestrian as far as QBs go. It's the Eniola show and his receivers.
As Christiansen over the middle, complete to Trevor Swain, and Christiansen now up to
There's your QB comparison.
158. Johnson up over 200, but his team is losing. Split backs in the backfield for Tallahassee. One receiver to either side. And here's to get Daniola, breaks the tackle, and there goes Jay for the first down to the 25.
Houston had the right defenses. They brought the linebackers up, and they had a lot of people in the box, and they just can't get Jay to go down.
They got a bunch to the bottom this time for Tallahassee. Gossett is isolated at the top. Here's to get Daniola. It runs over a defender and carries 2 more as he picks up 7 on first down to the 18.
Yeah, you know, I didn't pay attention to that earlier in the game, but that tight end bunch, when they do that, obviously right there, they keep them close in because they all go out and pick up a linebacker and a DB to block for Daniola. The question is, have they thrown out of that tight bunch set yet?
And Jay has to run around, but gets a block from Duke, and it's good enough for the first down.
Well, he's the hyena killer here in the second half.
First and 10 from the 12. Aligned off to the left. As Christiansen will dump it over the middle to Gossett, and Gossett will pick up 3 yards. Gossett up to 99 yards. Wilson still stuck at 43. Second and 7 at the 8. Christiansen. Give off to Daniola, and he'll be tackled in the backfield by, I believe, number 54, James Smith. Trips to the bottom on 3rd and 7 from the 9. Christiansen going over the middle of Wilson. That's a catch, but he will only pick up 3 yards. That'll put him at about 46 yards on 5 catches or so.
Well, 4th and 4 with an 11-point lead, looking to go up 14 to make it at least 2 touchdown score lead, Colin.
Short field goal attempt. And it is good from 22 yards away. So with 5 minutes and 41 seconds to go in this game, Tallahassee extends their lead slightly, 38-24.
Well, what was starting to be a rout by Tallahassee turns into potentially an epic comeback by Houston. And then Tallahassee seems to say, nah, we got this. Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I am wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Fed returns it up the middle. Rick, before we get going here, there was some discussion about Denver the dog, being the next Air Bud. That was
being the next Air Bud. That's right.
And
yes.
And asked who the agent was.
The agent? Well, that's you.
Well, that's me.
You're the owner.
I'm the owner, so I'd technically be the agent. As Johnson is in the shotgun, split backs, 3 wide receivers, back to throw, throws it out to Murray. Murray spins ahead for 4 yards.
Of course, you did intern with Scott Boras, so don't let that intimidate you, payers of fees.
Tyquan Hale with 4 sacks. Coming into the game, he had 3.5, and he got them last week. Here's to get to Murray. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. by number 51, Jeff Eaton, 6'2", 240.
Yeah, Denver Nightwings swing passes are the devil. Gosh.
I thought you said out routes are the devil.
Both are.
Play action from Johnson going deep down the middle.
Oh!
And the pass is intercepted. It's Alex Bond for the second time this game, and Bond gets knocked down at the Houston 43.
Well, there's your arm punt.
Rookie trying to be the hero, going down the middle of the field
Just
for
ill-advised. Yeah, too easy on that pick.
The name's Bond, Alex Bond. Christensen under center. Has Eniola lined up to the left. Here's the good to Jay, and Jay breaks through the middle. And he brings up Cooper, and it goes into the end zone. Put this one to bed. That was a ripper of a run from Jay Eniola.
You think, is Liam in the chat? Fantastic. An absolute ripper. Wow. And just like that, it's a 20-point lead pending the PAT. They go to 22 after Houston had cut it to 3.
He's now up to 236 yards on 27 carries, and with that touchdown now, he is 4 in this game. That's 8 touchdowns rushing in the past 2 weeks. 8!
8, count 'em 8. Well, Tallahassee is making a statement here to the rest of the league. We're a load. Yeah, this game is giving everybody, including Denver, pause.
For thought. Josh Ved, he's had to ferry so many of these back, he keeps wondering if he's in that movie with Bill Murray named Groundhog Day.
All right, so with 4:17 to go and a 3-score deficit, Houston says, we got this.
Johnson again going that play action that he did before. This time to dump it off to the fullback. It's complete for pickup of 3. Here is the hurry up offense. Again, they run the same play to the same person.
Play action for a 6-yard gain over the middle. Okay. Oh.
And down he goes.
Let that guy in the house.
It's Kevin Bain on the sack. I tell you, these guys, Bain and Hale in particular, have been running roughshod over both of these tackles. Smith and Collins. It's 3rd and 13. They don't have much of a choice this Houston. They have to go for it.
Yes, they do.
Regular drop back. Johnson trying to go to Sim, but he just missed him.
The thing I liked about that is Johnson finally moved himself around a little bit laterally in the pocket. Bought some time. There wasn't much there to throw to, but little in-game player development there.
There's a look at Eniola's numbers. 27 carries, 237 yards, 8.8 yards a carry.
Sure. We'll keep the MVP of the league in on this 21-point game. Why not?
Here's a carry of 3 yards to Neola. And the clock continues to tick down. Well, thanks to our stats man, Jeff Malinishin, he's been extremely busy.
Yes, sir. We
Yeah.
appreciate that very much.
We have a 2nd and 7. Christiansen under center. Blitz shown from Houston. To the bottom. And Neola gets the carry. He's tackled by 2 scoops.
2 scoops in every box.
Tell you, man, Eddie Gage has been busy in terms of tackling. And anytime.
And trying to run down Jai Eniola on those sweeps.
And those pulling plays. 2-minute warning here on the SFL on YouTube. Houston losing to Tallahassee 45-24. Out of the 2-minute warning.
10.
And Christensen gives off to Eniola through the middle, and Houston will now start burning their timeouts. But that was on 3rd down. They'll have 2 left when they go back on offense.
Well, they try to add insult to injury here with a 41-yarder.
As the backups are now in. And the field goal from 40 is good.
Oh.
So the score is now 48-24 in favor of Tallahassee. Although Houston tried to make it a game late.
Houston gave it a run. Really exciting 3rd quarter. And early part of the 4th, but Tallahassee decided they'd seen enough of that. Appreciate the lively chat tonight as well.
Josh Fed on the return, cuts to the outside. There's Fed with some room, and he gets out to the 37. So Houston will have 2 timeouts and 1:48 to work with for Kentez Johnson. Good 2-minute drill practice for these guys. Here coming up. Johnson takes the snap out of the shotgun, throws to the sidelines, complete to Badir Ajwalani for 4 yards. Clock stops with 1:44. Badir Ajwalani, 6 catches on 7 targets for 108 yards. As Johnson back to throw, lofts this over
There
the
we
middle.
go.
DR
It's
Sim
a
has
foot
the
race.
catch, and DR Sim
Whoa.
will score the touchdown.
Nice play, and so frustrating for Houston that they can do that. Seemingly at will. But not exactly.
And the doctor makes a visit here late. Looks like mostly backups are in at this point. And Sim now up to 124 yards on 7 catches, his second receiving touchdown of the day.
Number 3 is back for the point after. Number 10 on the hold.
As the extra point, the snap was bad. It was good, but we have a flag down.
There's a flag on the play. Thanks, John. Ooh.
Got a face mask.
On the Pride.
Penalties decline, PAT is good. Onside kick attempt coming for Tallahassee. Or for Houston, rather. And Tallahassee recovers it. And while they tried, they made a game of it late. Did Houston here in the third quarter and early into the fourth, but it's just too much. Jaye and Iola back up there now. Timeout called as Allen Urban, 5'10", 210, backup tailback. Richard Young is in at quarterback for the 2nd and 12. Guess this works just as well as a kneel. Urban will get back to the original line of scrimmage, and Houston is now officially out of timeouts.
I think you're right there, Colin. Functionally, it's a kneel, but it gives the backup some in-game experience. An actual snap. Actual hits and runs, so why not?
Here's to get to Urban, and Urban squirts through a nice hole. Will pick up 4 yards. Clock continues to churn.
Yeah, he's got to love running behind that line of Tallahassee, Colin.
I mean, if Jaye can rush for as many yards he can, surely the backup was able to find some holes.
Well, he's going to get some, yeah. I mean, you're not going to equate him with Jaye and Neola. But obviously, the O-line technique at Tallahassee is solid, whether it's a starter or a backup.
And the punt will be away from McCoy. And it will land out of bounds at the 5. What
Nice.
A time for the punt. And the Gunners get at least one right.
Still working on their craft are the Tallahassee Pride. As we're counting down the final 40 ticks here of this very interesting game and extremely entertaining.
As Johnson pump fakes, goes to Sim. Tried to get out of bounds but couldn't, but he picked up 6. Clock running. Johnson over the middle of Sim.
There we go.
Hurry up. They spiked the ball with 14 seconds left.
Well, it's not too early to start thinking about player of the game, Colin. Is there any doubt on this one?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Pull up the QB rating on Christiansen. I think this is interesting. So he's 15 of 24, 163 yards. It's only a 78.9. Call it a 79 QBR.
Johnson going deep middle. It's caught by Josh Fed.
In a game where they looked very impressive. It shows you, as I mentioned earlier, what the skill players mean for this Tallahassee Pride.
Time runs out. Pride win 48-31. Here are the highlights scrolling across your screen. 247 rushing yards for Tallahassee.
Look at that. And Tallahassee loses the TOP.
But they end up +1 in the turnover differential.
And +17 in the point differential.
EJ TQ 3 sacks, Taekwondo Hill 4 sacks, Jaiye Aniola was just ridiculous. Kentez Johnson passed for almost 400 yards, but he threw a couple of picks.
This game is a little different if Kentez Johnson doesn't throw that pick right off the bat.
Or they just covered Ken Gossett on that deep route.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny. A fairly impressive win for Tallahassee, but when you break it down, 2 plays. Hyenas are 2 plays away from this thing being very interesting. Contest.
There's Warren Murray, his catch and run. I mean, that was absolutely insane. That whole third quarter, early into the fourth. You really thought Houston was going to make a game of it. There's the DR Sim catch. But in the end, Ken Gossett was just too lethal. Ended up being the leading receiver, 99 receiving yards. Only 17 rushing yards, but had over 91 in the pass game, so that's 110 total. With 2 touchdowns, 1 of each. Thanks to Jeff Van Linishin on stats.
Yes, indeed. Great job. Fun to have good stats, and Colin is really great at picking up in-game stats and changes. Nice. Colin.
There's a look at the final touchdown from Eniola. DR Sim had 151 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns in the loss. Hyenas will go ahead and lick their wounds as they drop down to 3-2. Tallahassee goes undefeated 5-0. That's now 21 straight victories for them.
Wow. That's like Robin Williams and Flubber. They're undefeated in 21 straight conference games.
And play of the game, is there really any doubt who the play of the game should be? Jaiye Aniola, 241 total yards, 240 rushing yards, less than 30 carries, 4 touchdowns for the SFL's leading rusher. He has to be close to 1,000 after that game. So for all of us here at the Simulation Football League, for Jeff Melinda Show on Stats, I'm Colin Northrup. He's Rick Northrup. Good night, everyone.